Thanks for stumbling across my story time. I know the light is horrid. And what is that? And that is because I waited to film today because I'm a lazy bitch, and yesterday I thought it would be better lighting today, but if you could see outside right now, it looks really sad and overcast. Okay, let's try this again. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for stumbling across my story time. I do story times on Fridays. I also throw some out there randomly throughout the week, but Fridays are story time days. So, where to begin? Also, why I always put this, which I never really thought to explain this to you guys, but the reason why I put this disclaimer that I am normally a family channel is because this is not a family video. There's a lot of cussing and there's a lot of inappropriate storylines for children. So my lovely mothers, get your kids out of the room, wait till they're asleep. Story times are never kid friendly, so let's keep that in mind. Fridays are for mommies. Cause you know, like, we're grown ass bitches and we don't need to sing lullabies and ABC songs all the time. Hello, are you with me? Enough with that ridiculously hella extra intro. Please, someone come slap me. I'm gonna dial it down about 3,000 notches because I'm just hella extra today right now. Okay, bring it back, fix my disgusting hair. This story was a quite traumatic one. All my stories are 100% true. All of the details in them are 100% true. So you guys know the drill. This took place when I was still with Joelle. If you guys are not familiar with the characters I say, a lot of these are real people. Some of them are fake names for, you know, privacy reasons and because my ass doesn't want to get sued necessarily. I mean, I'd be down, but like, a lot of fucking paperwork. You don't want to get into that. If you guys don't know who Joelle is, go ahead and go back and look at the trailer for My Life. You'll kind of get like a little bit of a feel for who he is. And go ahead and go back and look at all my other story times. I guess I should like put some more. You guys, I'm getting there, okay? There'll be a lot of story times. A lot of stupid story times, a lot of good story times, but there's gonna be a lot of story times, so you guys will really just get to know my whole life because I know you guys really care. And if you see this weird rash on my arm, it's because my boss wants me to wash the tables with bleach, and so I do, but I'm allergic to bleach, and so I just break out in a rash. So that's what happens with that. Like, literally, side note, super small side story. Like, one of my first dates, I want to say, with Trevor, we just sat down at a table, and the table, obviously, the cleaner that they had bleach in it, and I put my arm on the table like this, and my arm started, like, burning, and I was like, oh my god, in my head, I was like, Aspen's, of course, in the story time as well. But I was like, yeah, there's bleach on this. My arm's burning, and I like casually move it, and then I just like freaking welt on my arm. And I was like, yeah, I'm kind of allergic to bleach. Thanks, cosmetology school, because I developed an allergic reaction to bleach. It is what it is. So, to the story. I was still with Joelle. I was pregnant with Mia Bella. I was literally like 8 months pregnant. One of our friends, if you guys have seen my homeless video, and at this point, I know there's a lot of side notes, and if you're new to my channel, I'm so sorry because there are a lot of side notes in here, but I promise you'll love me, so you might as well just like hit that subscribe button and follow me along because like I'm all over the place, so like so you need to just kind of bear with me and just like get to love my ass, okay? So if you've seen my homeless story, I pre-record a lot of my story times because, as you guys know, I have 1, 2, 3 freaking children. So me being able to do these story times isn't that often, so I pre-record them. I have a video, I'm not sure if it's out yet because it is a very emotional video for me, and I've been working on it really hard. So at this point, go ahead and check and see if my homeless video is up. because I talk about a house I was living at with someone with a very sick mother where me and Joelle started hanging out at. So we were over there visiting, well, we weren't actually there. Well, we were like over on that side of town, visiting someone that we had known from that house that was really good friends with Joelle and I was 8 months pregnant. We never went out, but our friend was visiting from out of town, and so we did want to go see her and catch up and whatever, because she was only in town for a few days. So they ended up going to the park, and so we went to the park with them. Mind you, this is a very nice neighborhood, very nice, one of the nicest areas in my entire town. We saw these people, we're a normal group of kids. There's nothing like identifiably like gang related about us. Like there's nothing, we're just like normal kids. There's nothing really like, the only thing I can say is Joelle was wearing a backwards hat in this, but he's not, I mean, if you guys have seen him, he's not like, doesn't look like a gangster or anything like that. It's possible maybe you could perceive him, or he's one of those people that look a lot like other people that you know, like, oh, that looks like that guy. So that's the only thing I can think in this story. But tell me to shut up with the side notes. My brain, do you guys see how my brain works? It goes like this. So I'm just like, meh, 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 meh. I'm trying to keep this shit on track. I should go back and edit it into place. Oh my god, like what is life? Joelle, we're standing at the park and we see this car drive by and they're like staring at us hella hard out the window, and I'm sitting there and I'm clearly 8 months pregnant, and I'm like looking at them like, who are they? Like, we knew pretty much everyone in that area, down to the cops that circulated that park, because we were there when I lived at that house. We were there all the time. Even when I didn't live at that house, that was just kind of like the area that we hung out in. That's the area I grew up in. It's definitely not somebody else's turf, I'll tell you that much. So then we go and we drop them off. We're standing outside chatting a little bit, and we see them go down that way. Again, like they had just seen us at the park. They either followed us or they were scoping out the neighborhood. Either one, I don't know. And then we saw them again, and they parked with their headlights off and whatever, and they just like parked there. It was kind of sketch, so I was like, okay, let's go. Like, I don't ever go out. I was like, I'm not about this. I'm paranoid. Anyone that knows me knows I'm so paranoid anyways, so paranoid. And I just had a really, really, really bad feeling. So we get into the car. We noticed that they kind of started following us. So like we turned around and like went a different way. And then we go and we start to turn onto the main road. This is a 1-lane road. I mean, there's obviously oncoming traffic and then the way that you're going. But there's just literally just the 2 lanes. As we're pulling up to the portion where we are going to turn left onto that main road, I noticed that there was a car behind us, and I thought it was a cop because they came up to us really slow and their headlights were off. And so I thought that was really weird. So I'm kind of like looking around, and I turn around and I notice it's not a cop, number one, and it's that same car that had been rolling up on us previously. We turn left onto the road, and Joelle starts to kind of go slow. At this point, he's realizing that I'm not that paranoid, that this is super sketch. And this was about, I think, like, I want to say, like, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, somewhere in the late hours. They speed, try to get next to us. There's no suicide lane. There's no double lanes. So that was really weird. That was really weird. They get up, like, to where they're, like, a few feet in front of us, and they just stop. And Joelle's like, this is weird. And so he completely stops to where we're not next to them. Like, we probably, like, the front of our car still hadn't even hit by their bumper yet. We were still a little, so I'm like, this is weird. Like, Joelle, quick thinking, flips it and goes back down the street that we were just on, turning left from, if that makes sense. He goes back to that same street, and he hits it and goes pretty fast. I mean, pretty fast. He went from nothing to about 40 or 50, just trying to get down the street and get away from whatever was going on. I'm looking in the mirror and I see they're right on our ass. They're fast. They turned and they're following us and they're on our ass. I legit have no filming line. I'm so sorry, but like I just need to finish this. Oh, I can't finish this video. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so they're right behind us and I'm like freaking out, right? So then I'm like, come on, Joelle, like, get us to safety, shit, something. So he starts to turn this corner super fast, like he like skidding, turning the corner, super, super, super fast. So these people, like, they were going so fast trying to catch up to us. He didn't think that they would be able to follow us around the corner. And then as soon as we're turning the corner, we hear bop, 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 bop. Yep. Shooting at us, legitimately. Look over, the guy's hanging out the window, literally trying to shoot at us. Scariest thing, I hit the deck. Obviously, I'm pregnant. Oh my God. Like, I was traumatized. You guys. I was so scared. And then I went home and we called the cops. Actually, we called the cops. No. I remember. We called the cops. I was getting the cops on the phone and I was like, excuse me, we just got shot at, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm pregnant. And they're like, well, basically insinuating that, like, we're, like, gang affiliated or, like, something. And I'm like, no, like, listen, dude, like, they just followed us and they're shooting at us. Like, you need to get someone out there. Well, by that time, he was going so fast driving home that we were almost home. And she was like, so how long ago did this happen? And I was like, okay, so about like 5 minutes ago. And she was like, and where are you now? And I was like, well, we got to our house, which was in the next town over. That takes 10 minutes to get there. And she's like, really? How fast were you driving? She's like, you already got there? That's the next town over. Yes, bitch. Hello. Joelle's like, we're getting shot at with my pregnant girlfriend. Excuse me if I'm not driving the speed limit, woman. I don't even know what was wrong with that lady. Like, I honestly don't know. So I don't even know if they sent anybody out or anything. Like, they were like, well, come back over to the scene and meet a police officer, but, like, we unfortunately can't send one to where you are because it's a different town, blah, blah, blah. And these are, like, small towns. Like, there's, like, a 5-minute difference, like, 10-minute difference when you actually go to the house. But to this town, it's a 5-minute difference. Most unhelpful experience ever. But I'll be honest and say I was, like, literally traumatized. I didn't leave the house for, like, a very long time. I forgot to mention in the story, and I don't know why, but one of the scariest things and the point of me telling you guys where they were when we pulled onto the street is if we would have kept going when they were next to us, like, they kind of made, like, their own suicide lane and got, like, right up next to where we were supposed to be. If we would have continued to go forward, they would have had a completely clear shot of us. So in case they really did want to shoot and kill us, they would have had a completely clear shot. So that was something that I was super freaked out about and could have possibly happened. Okay, resume. Very scared to go. Like, I don't know if people thought Joelle looked like someone that they were after or what the actual situation was. I have no idea. I definitely don't think it had anything to do with me. I didn't recognize the people. It was probably some type of gang initiation, or maybe, like, Joelle's a good kid. Like, I really don't think it would actually be anything that, like, was actually concerning him. I think he just is one of those people that looks like somebody, or, like, he had a hat, or those people were looking for trouble. Who knows what happened, but it was scary nonetheless. I may be paranoid, but, like, this shit happens. Like, this shit happens, so I'm not that paranoid. And I feel like I attract craziness. I could literally solely be just a story time page, because that's how many crazy experiences I've had in my life, because I feel like this trouble follows me. I'll literally not do anything. Like, what was I doing? Standing around doing nothing? Pregnant? Just standing, catching up with my friend? Follows me. Go away. I hope you liked this story. Stay tuned for next Friday. Wednesdays are me and Trevor videos. Mondays are family videos, and don't hold me accountable to that because I kind of just post whatever I want whenever I want, but I try to stay somewhat consistent. But I have 3 kids and a psychotic life, so just know that there will be something Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and maybe some extras. But I love you guys. Bye.
This is our life.
If you have any questions or video requests, please leave them in the box below. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.
Subscribe! Okay!
really crooked. Okay. Let's get there. Better? Well, anyways, not after hearing this shit. Don't move here. Anyway, I'm trying story time over here. He doesn't care. So scoping out the neighborhood. So it must have been. I swear this is gonna be my blooper on every single video because he just screams the whole time.